Happy Sunday, July 17th in the year of 2022, the day after my birthday, which I am now 49 years old, and I am looking every day of it. I don't know, I don't think I look 49, maybe. I still look fairly youthish. It's helped with this keto diet. I've noticed that I've been losing weight from my forehead down. It's kind of weird. I wish it was belly first, but from what I understand, it goes from like extremity. It works from like the outside in. So, well, we'll find out. We'll see what's going to happen. All right. So things happened. All right. So where am I at in my process right now with the surgery? I've already had I'll just recap. I had my initial consultation last month. I weighed in at 547. Don't know if that was my official starting weight because I was doing keto 2 to 3 weeks before then, because I know that I lost weight between when I started keto and I had my doctor's appointment with the surgeon. Had 2 appointments with the nutritionist. That was last week on Wednesday. Was the second one. I had my psych evaluation on last Thursday, and I also had my primary care doctor on July 5th. So I'm getting the endorsement letter from my primary care doctor sent over to the surgeon. Hopefully that gets done soon. I won't know until August 4th. That's when I have my next appointment with them. And the psychiatrist I spoke with, I have a feeling he didn't really go in deep depth with it. I mean, it was like literally like a 15-minute. I think that he treats it like an ATM. He has a conversation with you, and then give me your copay, so I think it's like a little, I'm not saying it's a scam, but I don't think he took as much time as he should have. But he said he'll endorse. It's their system, so he'll give me an endorsement. So next is my appointment with the surgeon on the August 4th, and then follow-up appointment with the nutritionist, I think the 11th of next month. So we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. One project that I'm doing, or actually plan I'm starting tomorrow, is I'm going to start this is going to be a tough one, I think, but I'm up for the challenge. It's 16-8 intermediate fasting. So it's 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. And I'm only going to be, and during those 8 hours of eating, I will only be doing the keto chow shakes for my meals. And I will do that for three shakes a day. We'll also have emergency food handy as well, like some cheese and some like some meat and stuff. But I don't have anticipation of that being needed tomorrow. So starting tonight, food is off limits after 9 o'clock. And then my fast will begin, and then that will last until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And it doesn't sound as bad as it is. I work 11:30 to 8 anyway, and I usually don't eat in the morning. So what I usually do is I usually stop off and get a couple eggs and a couple eggs and a drink on my way in anyway, and that's like usually 11 o'clock. So and that's usually the first time I eat during the day is 11. So I have to move that back a couple hours, so that'll make it 1 o'clock, where I'll take my first shake, and then my second shake will be between 4 and 4:30, and then my third shake will be between 8:30 and 9. So I don't anticipate it being a problem. I think that the things I will miss though is the actual solid of the food, but this is too important for me to lose as much weight as possible for my next surgeon appointment. I'm not going to do it unhealthy. I'm still going to make sure I get all the nutrients I need, vitamins sake, and also also the keto chow is just loaded with all the minerals and vitamins you need anyway. But my goal is to do that for a week, to see where I am after 1 week. So, but I'm going to do it day by day because I don't know how I'm going to react. I think during the week I'll be fine. I think weekends will be a little bit tougher. There's a lot more free time during the weekends. So we'll see from there. Speaking of which, looking older, I notice I have actually getting gray hairs in my mop. Usually I only had the grays here, but I guess the grays are all growing in. That's fine. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to embrace the gray, I guess. So anyway, that's my plan for tomorrow, or my plan going forward. So we'll see what happens. All right. What else is on my mind right now? Okay. So what's funny is I stopped doing social media, and this is gonna be a little whiny me thing. I stopped Facebook a couple years ago. I think the January of 2020. I think that was the last time I posted on Facebook. Well, I posted a couple pictures, but that's it. But I don't engage on it. I don't go on Facebook. I don't. I do lurk every once in a while, but I don't post. I don't write. I don't comment. Once in a while, like maybe 3 comments in the last year. One was due to was the 10-year anniversary of my friend Mike passing away, and my friend Ben did a cheers night. So I did put my RIP to Mike, and put up a cheers picture of whiskey to salute his passing. Good guy. I wish that he was still around. I think that would have been a good friendship over the last 10 years. Yeah, but that was hard to deal with. He's 37 years old when he passed away. Twins, 2 8-year-old twins, I believe. And I think that he passed away before he met his grandchild as well. So it's sad. That was a hit. That affected me a lot more than I thought it would. Quit smoking, and it seemed like everything was going right for him, and it just happened. I don't know how he passed away. I never asked because it's kind of personal. But anyway, so rest in peace, Mike. You're missed, buddy. Okay, so I'm not too much on Facebook. So if anyone's messaged me on Facebook, I haven't replied. It's because I'm not on Facebook. Anyway, what I've noticed was people wishing birthdays. Since I don't advertise my birthday on Facebook anymore, or I don't beg for happy birthday wishes, I've noticed how drastically I am not in people's lives, because my list of birthday wishes dropped dramatically. So far, the only people that have wished me happy birthday, I'm not begging for it, but I'm just saying this is how much I've withdrawn from people's lives and, became an island unto myself, is my mom, of course, Amy, a friend, Brandon, we call him Snoot, my Aunt Sue, and my Aunt Shelley. They're the only people that have wished me happy birthday. So it kind of tells you what quality of friends you have, or actually not quality of friends you have, what effort you put into maintaining that friendship, and the effort they put into it. So it was kind of a shock. It wasn't really a shock anyway, because like I said, I'm not in many people's lives right now, because I keep to myself, and that's it. I've been striking up some conversations with some people from my old days. Try to do that a little bit more. My buddy Lowell, back from Iowa, have a lot of memories with him. And when I do move back to, if I move back to Iowa, I'll definitely try to rekindle some more friendships that I've had in the past from Iowa. But it's just that I think that's one of the benefits of having going through this weight loss process as well, is being able to stop having the shame of being overweight, and having the shame, or having the anticipated judgment of people judging you and not wanting to be close or be friends with you because you're a burden. It's like like one of the biggest complaints that Amy's had was like, I want to go to the Renaissance Fair. So to be honest with you, I can't do it. If I was, the only way I could do it is if I had a motorized scooter, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, but I can't do that. But when I have the surgery and lose, even lose 100 pounds or even 50 pounds, hey, it might be possible for me to do that, to walk around more. And I've boxed myself in so much that I've closed off different things in my life. For example, like 20 years ago, when I was living in Connecticut and I used to work at the mall, I didn't have money. I was fucking broke, making $9 an hour, maybe $8 an hour back then. I have no fucking clue. I had no money or anything. But, I used to still, hang out with some of the people at the mall I worked with there. There was a guy named Sam. He worked at Sarku, the Japanese restaurant, which has the best. If you ever go to the Buckland Hills Mall in Manchester, go to Sarku, get their teriyaki chicken, the best teriyaki chicken you'll ever have. May is the owner there. I think she's still the owner there. She's such a sweetie, and her husband's a nice guy dude. But her brother Sam, we used to go to the casino every Monday night. From like we go down. I get off work at 5, and we go down and we play Pai Gow or play Pai Gow is my game at the casino. It's not racist. Sam is Asian, but it's not racist of me to say that. It's just Pai Gow is my favorite game, not the tiles, the card game, but but he liked playing what's it called, Let It Ride, and also he liked the roulette wheel. So we would play. We'd take down like $100 each, and he'd have a little bit more because he was part owner of that Sarku, I believe. So he had. He had a little bit more money than me, but I only brought down like $100. But Pai Gow was to me is the fairest game in the casino. So I'd play that and do $50 or whatever. Then we'd also play Let It Ride in 21. 21 they'd have $5 tables there too, so you could play a few hands of that, and then the roulette, whatever's left over, throw it on a number, you get lucky and hit. So. Or you just lose your last dollar. But anyway, we used to do that. Then, I had my buddy Scott. We used to go to a lot of the Wolfpack games in Hartford. And we actually used to go to, we also went to a couple Paw Sox games and a couple Providence Bruins games. Those are hockey and minor league baseball. We used to go to those quite a bit. And we went to a concert once too, the Counting Crows concert, and I can't remember the other band. I should know it off the top of my head. I don't remember. Goo Goo Dolls and Counting Crows. We saw them, and but anyway, so we used to hang out all the time. We played cards and everything at this guy named Ollie's house, and we used to play. Used to have a poker night there, but everything kind of, fizzled out, ran its course. So, and when it ran, to me, I'm very loyal to it. And when something runs its course and it's over with, it's over in my mind. So there's no, it's done, it's over with. So, I'm getting to a point here. So what's happening to me, and I'm beginning to realize, and this is a realization that I'm coming to now actually, is that when, like for example, when our poker nights on Thursday ended, it was so much fun. We used to play every Thursday night. We'd start at like 8. We started at like 8, after work. We'd go over there and hang out with Doug and Ollie. We'd go to Pepperoni's in West Milford. Granby, West Granby, in Connecticut. We get chicken parm grinders, or not chicken parm, buffalo chicken grinders, which are sub sandwiches to non-New Englanders, and have that until the card game would start about 8 o'clock. It'd go to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. some nights. And it was so much fun. It was something to look forward to. You pay $5. You pay in for $5. You play Texas No Limit Hold'em, and you'd play until there was a winner. And after that, you would put in another $10, and we'd just play dealer's choice until everyone wanted to go home. And that was such fun. And then when that ended, it sucked because it was like a death of me. It was over, and I never never checked in with them and never did anything. It's pretty much, there's a guy named Greg, they call him Funk. I checked in with him every once in a while. We hung out every once in a while, but we used to go to a wrestling night. He had a couple friends that he's into like wrestling, went to a couple wrestling events, like ECW or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. It was very amateur wrestling, but went to a couple of their events and go to, they had a house where they would have all these like, events that would be, I won't say amateur, but I'd say like minor league wrestling events. They'd have them on videotape and they'd go over to their house and watch it. It was a lot of fun. But that ended, it's kind of like, it's the death, So what happens is, I was like a octopus losing an arm. I lost that arm. It didn't regrow. And same thing with, same thing with everything else. It's like became friends with this dude named Corey. We call him Wink. And I used to go to his house for, UFC fights, and group dynamics shifted and stopped going to those. So that arm was cut off. And I still have a tentative friendship with him, which sucks because I really like the dude, but it just the effort's not there on either side, I guess, because but anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But what else? This dude Graham I used to hang out with, same thing. As part of the losing of that friendship, kind of cut my tentacle, that arm off with the losing of the at UFC group. That was all cut off about the same time, and by that way, I just became a miserable son of a bitch, staying at home. And then, started getting a group of guys that we used to play with, Destiny and whatnot. And we played that for 2015 through, it was only like 3 years or so. 3 years, maybe 4 years. And group dynamics got, fucked up. And I'm at fault for a lot of it. I cut off a lot of people in there because I was loyal to 2 fucks who turned out to be just douchebags. I call them the cuck and the simp and the thought. And if they're watching these videos, you can go fuck yourself because you ruined a lot of good friendships. And I hope you guys are as miserable as you are now as you are miserable then. That's not a nice thing to say, but that's how I feel. I hope they're miserable as fuck, because they're 2 miserable fucks that ruined a lot of friendships and groups. And it's not all their fault. It's my fault too for not sticking up to the true ones, the homies. There's a lot of good homies there that I've like striking friendship back up with one. His name's Steve. Good dude. Comments in my section. He watches my videos. So hey, Steve. I feel bad about that shunning is the word back in 2016-ish, 2017-ish. Is bullshit of me. That was a real dick move of me. But that's one thing about it, is that I apologize for it, and I'm embarrassed by it. That also affected this guy named Snoot as well. And I've made my amends to Snoot, and we're still chilling every once in a while and chat. But he's kind of on my shit list. He lost me $4,000 in the crypto market, so he's kind of on my shit list right now. But so with Steve, he's been reaching out a lot, and it's good to know that there's people out there that got my back and that are willing to support. So for someone who didn't really have much to say, I got up to 19 minutes and 30 seconds pretty damn quick. So I'm just going to keep rolling with my plan for tomorrow. I'm not gonna write it out in pencil. I'm not gonna write it out in ink, I should say. I'm gonna sketch it out in pencil. My intentions is doing a 16-8 fast. If it doesn't work, I'll go down to 14-10, fast, or 12-12 fast. I don't see it not working. I'm in a good mental state right now. Game on. And I haven't been hungry at all with doing this keto stuff, and I think the shakes have a lot to do with it. They do have a lot of time release stuff in it, and also what helps is there's a lot of mid MTC, I don't even, medium chain triglycerides, MCT oils that have been in the shakes, and so that also is a, I don't know what the fuck it does, but when I add it to my shakes and add it to my food, I'm not hungry. That's all I can tell, is that I'm not hungry. I eat when I need to eat, and I don't eat when I want to eat. And that's the other thing too, is having the substitution of a lifetime habit of, when I get bored or when I get stressed, is going in, reaching in for some food or some snacks, is, find another outlet for it. And thankfully I've been able to do that, and have had no bread and very, 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 very little sugar, probably 1% of the sugar that I've had previously. So I've reduced a ton of sugar and reduced bread completely over the last, except for like the wraps, but those are keto neutral. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and go. I'm going to go get a coffee, my last coffee for a while. And I'm going to go home and eat dinner. I made a chicken crust pizza that last night for my birthday dinner, and it was fucking fantastic. I'm going to eat the rest of that tonight and go to work tomorrow. And I will post a video tomorrow, because I feel like I'm going to be having to do some more of these videos because this really helps me clear my mind a lot. And it's good to talk to the thing. So anyway, I will check y'all later. Again, this is acidic dram, aka used to be citric 2 acid, and people who know me from original otric acid, because I couldn't tell the difference between the O and the C when I created my ID. But anyway, peace out. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.